Well, certainly what an amazing start to the month of April across the United States. Thanks for clicking on to the Friday edition of Vogan's US Outlook. Of course, New York City saw the biggest snowfall since the early 1980s for the month of April. We've seen all-time record lows for April set in South Dakota. Temperatures in Aberdeen, South Dakota reaching 6 below zero. And today we could be talking about some record cold maximums across the upper Midwest as well. Temperatures into the teens and low 20s quite widely across the Dakotas and Minnesota, and that's a good 25 to 35 below normal for this time of the year. You expect temperatures in Minneapolis, for example, to be up into the low 50s, whereas today we're only going to be struggling to get much above the 20-degree mark. So a remarkable shot of cold air, and I don't think this is over just yet, even after the initial shot of cold that we've got now. It kind of starts to move out. I think we've got more cold that is waiting in the wings across central Canada. That will come south as well. What we are going to start to see is the storm track shifting further south. We've got two areas of storminess. We've got the southern branch jet. You can see here fueling this system here across the southern plain states. We've got another system here largely of snow across the central Rockies, and what we're going to essentially do is we're going to start to see these two moving across. Now what they will actually do is that the northern branch energy is going to tap into the southern branch, and then it's going to lead to a very substantial area of low pressure with frozen precipitation actually pushing quite far south. We could be talking about temperatures hovering close to the freezing mark in places such as northern Arkansas, through Tennessee, through the Carolinas here, and this system could really ramp up, producing some heavy flooding rainfall across places such as Alabama, Georgia, South North Carolina here, and then snow a little bit further north, even up into the DC area. While that system clears out, we've got the second system. So we've got an initial system. Let's go back to the current chart, and you can see here that we've got the first of a series of systems coming into California here. That one moves in, bringing wind, rain and mountain snow. Largely rain, may I add, because it is a Pineapple Express connection, so it's a southwesterly airflow, not particularly cold. Hence why it's a Pineapple Express, hence why it's coming from the Hawaii area of the Pacific. But what this will essentially do is act, as you know, a hose driving moisture in to California, and of course that will be good news. So we've got the system that kind of swings down on through the southeastern half of the country and moves out. We've got the next system coming into the west coast here. We've got another system pushing across the Dakotas and Minnesota, so we're going to see yet more snowfall in this portion of the country here as that sweeps through. Then, like I say, we could be talking about another reload of cold air coming in from Canada into the upper Midwest here. And then, by the time we reach the middle portion of next week, in comes the next system, Pacific Northwest and the West Coast in general here. So we continue to see a very active pattern. There's another system coming in Thursday that pushes into the northern Rockies and northern Plain states. Could even be talking about a blizzard here. Look at this here. By the time we reach the latter part of next week, that would be a blizzard. In fact, north South Dakota down into Nebraska here, we've got a 973 center here, and that would be a major wind maker, producing possibly 50 to 70 mile per hour winds, heavy snowfall, a lot of blowing and drifting. And even at this time of the year, it is not unusual to see that kind of scenario over the northern plain states here. And then rain changes over to snow from Minneapolis, and then eventually it clears on through the Great Lakes as well. Could even see some backside snow in the places like Chicago. By the time we reach the second half of next week, there comes the next system in the west coast here. So what a pattern we've got still, and it looks as if there is no end in sight. That's it for today. Hope you have a great day, and I'll be back in the next few days with more. Bye for now.